Hey everyone, I'm Kevin Griffin. Welcome back to my Advent of Code series where I'm going through and trying to solve the various days of Advent of Code using C Sharp, Microsoft.net, and Visual Studio Code. So, welcome along on the journey. It's been a lot of fun getting up to this point with some of the previous videos I've done and going through the other puzzles that I haven't really recorded videos of. Advent of Code kind of pushes your brain a bit because this is not work I would normally do on any given day, but it makes me really think about the problem and is there a creative way for me to solve it. But today we're on day 6, so let's dive in and see what we have. Lanternfish. The sea floor is getting steeper. Maybe the slate keys has gotten carried away. Massive school of glowing lanternfish swims past, but they must spawn quickly to reach such large numbers, maybe exponentially quickly. You should model their growth rate to be sure. Although you know nothing about this specific species of lanternfish, you take some guesses about their attributes. Surely each lanternfish creates a new lanternfish once every 7 days. Okay, maybe that's important to know. However, this process isn't necessarily synchronized between every lanternfish. One lanternfish might have 2 days left until it creates another lanternfish, while another might have 4. So you can model each fish as a single number that represents the number of days until it creates a new lanternfish. Furthermore, you reason a new lanternfish would surely need slightly longer before it's capable of producing more lanternfish, 2 more days for its first cycle. Okay, so supposedly you have a lanternfish with an internal timer of 3. After 1 day, its internal timer would become 2. Next day, 1 and 0. After another day, its timer would reset to 6, and it would create a new lanternfish with the internal timer of 8. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Now, after another day, the first lanternfish would have an internal timer of 5. And the second lanternfish would have an internal timer of 7. A lanternfish that creates a new fish resets its timer to 6, not 7, because 0 is included as a valid timer value. Okay. The new lanternfish starts with an internal timer of 8 and does not start counting down until the next day. All right, realizing what you're trying to do, the submarine automatically produces. I love this. The submarine automatically. What kind of submarine is this that's doing all this work? Automatically produces a list of ages of several hundred nearby lanternfish, which is your puzzle input. All right, so let's take our puzzle input. And I already have it sitting here, so we'll put in sample. Let's go ahead and grab input. So await file.read. Read all text async. So we'll get all the text from it. And we need to go through and start basically creating fish. So I'm going to do this object orientedly. So we'll say lanternfish. And we'll do public int days until replication. Okay. Which will be list of ages 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And these are basically going to count down. So this shouldn't be days until. It should be days remaining until replication. Okay. I need to create a list of lanternfish. New list of lanternfish. Okay. And then we're going to iterate for each input. Why is this? Because I didn't give it a file. So that file should be sample.txt. I do use GitHub Copilot if you're just tuning in. So it's going to recommend all kinds of crap along the way, but we're going to ignore a lot of it. So input, we're really just going to split on the comma. And we'll pull every element God, come on. All right, so I is really going to come as a string, but it's technically a number. So we'll say fish dot add new lanternfish. We'll set days remaining replication is parse that I. Okay. So this spits out. So we'll start with right line input. I like to replicate what they give as output, because that's how we know that we're along the same track. So we need to keep track of our days. So we know fish, we know day is equal to 0. So day 0 is the initial input. So we'll do while, actually not sure. Example, after 18 days, there are 20, after 80 days, okay. Max days is equal to, all right, we'll set it for 18 days originally. So we'll test with 18 days. Do while day is less than max days. So then we'll increment the day and we'll continue. Okay, so so we go through the day, and we want to basically, for each lanternfish, we need to decrement we'll just basically say live your life, live one day. Okay, so it's going to set day remaining minus if day remaining, if it's lived its last day in this cycle, basically. So the 0th day counts is less than 0. What we want to do is we want to set days remaining in replication equal to 6, and return true or return false. Reset to 6. Okay. So we're going to say, well, for f in fish, we want the fish to live one day. Okay. So if it's replicates, I'm going to create a new list of lanternfish. All right. So if replicate, we want new fish dot add. Nope, we're not making a copy. We're going to reset this to 8 because that's what the thingy said. Okay. Okay, so we'll say all right, so it lives the day, and then we'll fish. I'm going to spit out basically console right line. So yeah, day. So it's day 0. But then this needs to be, you know what? I don't even need to do this. We could be smarter about this. We could say fish dot select days remaining we'll join it with comma. lines. That should work, right? Cannot convert string to object. So So 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, this is complaining. Why is this complaining? Go to string. Okay, so that should return. Oh, the separator goes first. Duh. There we are. Okay, so I technically don't need this toString because it will figure it out for me. Okay, let's run through this in the terminal real fast. All right, so we go through each fish, we replicate. I'm not adding the fish to the end of the list yet. Basically, I want to create day 1, 23201, 23201. Okay, I'm creating the output that I'm expecting to create. Yes. So then, while day is less than max days, so 1 is less than 18. Yes, that's right. Okay, so this should just run all the way out. So we get to day 18. Oh, I'm not adding the fish, but the first couple are right? So add new fish. So we'll say fish dot add range new fish. So we add the fish to the end of the thingy. It gets refreshed on every loop, so I don't need to reset the. All right. There are 26 fish. All right, so I'm going to say fish dot count fish. And we're going to clear .NET run in, so 22 fish. That's wrong. That's not right. After 18 days, there are a total of 26 fish. So where do we fall off the wagon? All right, let's compare their numbers to my numbers. Yeah, this is going to be a little awkward to do. All right, 60645 601112 11122334667. All right, they have 8. They get 4 fish that get added at the end, which means equal. I should have ran it one more time. All right, let's try this. $26 fish. That's what I was expecting. Ooh, but it ran another time. Ooh, 6, 7. Hold up. Oh, it ran one more time. It ran one more time. Hold up. Maybe my loop is wrong. I think my loop is wrong. So I should count day 1 as the first iteration. So let's go ahead and redo this as a for loop. So we'll say for int X is 0. Well, X is less than max days. We'll say X plus plus. No. Come on, Copilot. You're dropping the ball here. So we start on day 0. Well, technically we start on day 1, right? So day 1. So day, we'll set, let's do all this. So let's go ahead and let's move max days down so we're where we know where we are. So so we know this is day. We know this is day. We know this is day, okay? So we start on day 1. We spit out all the fish that we know about. Then we add our new range of fish. Okay. $21 fish. So I'm still missing those last 8. So maybe I should just output them last. No. See, I'm still missing some. Yep, day 1's wrong. Well, technically that's the initial state. Initial state, day 1 state, okay. Then I get the 2, wait. $17. All right, so yeah, that's 17's. Day 18, 26 fish. There we go. That's what we want. 0 becomes 6 and All right, so then after 80 days, let's try this. Well, hold on. After 80 days, there would be a total of 59. Isn't this the answer? After 80 days, there would be 59.34. Find a way to simulate how many lanternfish would there be after 80 days. Well, didn't you just tell me? So, okay. Well, let's assume. Oh, man. 5934. 5934. Oh, hold up. I don't have the puzzle input. I also should not probably print out the things anymore. All right, let's drop in our input. Let's go up here. Let's change this to input right here. Temporarily, I'm going to comment this part out. No, come on. Let's. There we go. Clear. Let's run this. Build error. Expected expression. Line 28. Oh. Yeah, it's because I put that in there. Oh well. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just take out that whole column. Okay. Day 80, there's a lot of fish. That's the right answer. You're 1 star closer to finding the slate keys. All right. Cool. Let's go to part 2. Wow. Live forever and have unlimited food and space. Would they take over the entire ocean? After 256 days in the example above, there would be a whole bunch of lanternfish. So let's confirm that. So we know 256 with sample, and let's clear and say .NET run. It's running a lot of calculations. It's kind of chugging. Yep. This sucker is. It's probably also using some memory right now. So what we need is 26984 4 5 7 5 3 9. It's almost there. Ooh. So this is almost an optimization issue. Is there a way to optimize what's happening underneath the scenes? Because so while this is running, we can talk about it. We're basically iterating over each fish to figure out, should we add another fish? So there's probably oh yeah, I bet there's an optimization to do here and I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, there's an optimization here. What's that optimization? That optimization might not even be to have a list. It might to like I have a list in memory, and I have to iterate over that entire list every single time. It might have just been easier to have like just an array. And I still have to iterate over the array because you have to do yeah, you'd have to do a bit of heavy lifting. And this is going to get harder in a moment as I add more fish. Like basically, if I iterate over all the fish, like I almost think that replication is making things more difficult. All right, for fun, we're going to try to optimize this just a little bit using the task parallel library. If you've never used that before, it's a lot of fun. So parallel dot for no, come on, for each async. Oh, that's new. All right, let's see what this does. Let's just spit this out. All right, so for each fish, and this is a task, right? So I'll wait on this. I want the fish to live, okay? So for each fish, does not accept one argument. What are you talking about? Oh, so token. What's it supposed to return? value task. You know what? Let's just do for each, because I think that's better, easier. Oh yeah, I don't need to wait on that. Okay, so we'll use the task parallel library, and what this should do is it should crunch those numbers like quickly. If let me leave that in here. We'll set a breakpoint and just kind of walk through the example real fast for 1 or 2 fish. Because all right, so that's going to iterate through the list real fast. Nothing new to add. There's no new fish. Eventually it gets to the point where it wants to add 1 new fish. Okay, so but if we look at the fish it's iterating on, it's definitely counting down those days. So it's using, we're not changing the width, the length of the array or the list. So we can tell .net, hey, divide and conquer, man. Go through and do whatever you need to do. The list in this case should be thread safe, so it should be fine. Let's see if that works a little bit faster for our example. So, oh, nope, not at all. Object not set to a reference of an object. What? All right, line 20. Line 20. Live another day. Why'd that happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 59. Oh, day 59. Okay. Oh, it's skipping a couple days. 10, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, it's not. 18, 26 fish. So it gets to this point. Object reference not set to an object. Instance of object. Why? Huh. That's interesting. Oh, let's run a debugger. It's only day, what, 26? 59? Well, let's just go ahead. Yeah, why is F equal to false? See, F shouldn't be false because it's iterating over a list that doesn't get changed by anything. All right, well, let's add a helper in there. So if F is equal to null, return. Okay, let's see what happens. Oop. Argument was out of range. Ooh, that's a whole bunch of new fish. Capacity was less than the current size. Oh, because, yeah. All right, then this this new list is not thread safe. Well, concurrent. No, not C# corner. Thread safe list. Could use concurrent bag. All right, let's try concurrent bag. I'm missing a using statement. Hi, okay. Maybe this is the case. Okay. Let's run it, see what happens. Oh, you see how fast that's running? It's slowing down now. Actually, it would run even faster if it was in release mode. But this is cranking pretty well for our purposes. 203. Yep, see now it's just sitting here. It's cranking, it's cranking. I don't really want to look at my CPU utilization. This would also work faster in release mode. So maybe what I do real fast. Because I know this works. So if we go back up to day, what was it, day 80? So 5934, yeah. So we know that works. We know the answer because it'll tell us the answer right here. That's what the answer should be. This is kind of stalled. It's stalled because it's still trying to do all this work. Let's go ahead and quit. Let's do something that I haven't really done yet. .net run. Oh, no. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, it's cranking. Here. .net help. Oh, well, that's not necessarily what I wanted. I wanted configuration. Okay, .net run C release. Let's build a release version of this app. It's cranking. Oh, it's trying. It's trying so hard. Go for it. All right, let me see what CPU is doing here. Yeah, it's cranking on that. So you can see here, it's SQL Server is just like, I'm out. 21 gigs of memory. So, then it drops down, then back up to 15 gigs. So it's doing some work. The garbage collector is like, I'm doing my best here, man. I got this. Maybe using an object wasn't the best way to solve this problem, but oh well. So it's where, things don't necessarily work the way that you expect them to. So it's kind of stalling here at 12:11. So maybe we do this a slightly different way. It's like iterating over an array is really easy. So this bag is also getting pretty insane in size because we're looking at, what's this? That's 490 million, and we're expecting, so that's 26 billion. So the next iteration. This is going to be a pretty decent sized array. As it goes. So maybe it's worth. All right, we have to do some refactoring. This is probably not going to work. So 212. It's sitting here cranking. Like if I just left it alone, I would get the answer. I'm almost wondering, is this good enough for us to just have the answer? But this has to go another 10. It has to go to 256. It has to go a couple more iterations. This is just not going to work well for us. So we should stop. Let's clear. Let's go back to the drawing board. Okay. So while it'd be nice to have a fully blown up object, I don't think I can do that. So let's comment out this class. Let's assume this class doesn't exist anymore. We're going to create a new array. Let's just do array. I think I can still use a list. Okay. we'll do a list of integers. So the position number is basically the days left. We'll change that to an integer. Oh, I'm working in the wrong day, aren't I? That was day 5. Oh, so I forgot to copy all this stuff over. I did. I forgot to move all this code over. Oh, well. All right. Well, potato. I'll have to fix this before it goes up in GitHub. All right. No big deal. I'll fix it in post. All right. So we do want to go. We do want this to be int. Actually, we want to be int of split. But this splits into strings. But I want it, so I need to get parsed. All right, that's fine. We can just do for each var L in the line. We'll say fish.add parse the input. Okay, so this creates a list of the integers. We'll still iterate over all of them. This should not happen. Okay. So we'll do f minus. Actually, no, I don't want to do all that. We'll do for int x is equal to 0, while x is less than fish.count. I don't want to do any of that. So fish of x minus, okay? Is equal to 0. If fish of x is equal to, we'll say -1, because it has to live out that last day. We'll say fish to add plus plus, okay? Fish of x is now equal to, what do we say, 6. So we'll reset it to 6. All right, so we do all that work. Live one day, because what live one day did, it would reset it to 6. Okay. And we would increment fish to add, so we want to add 1 additional fish. All right, so then we get down here to the bottom, and so it was a fish add range, enumerable, repeat. I've never used this method before. 8 fish to add. That's awesome. I didn't know you could. I didn't remember that you could do that. All right. Now, does this give us the same output that we were expecting on day 80? So we knew on day 80 that there would be 5, 59, 34. So let's rerun this. And I'm going to step through it the first couple times. Okay. So spit out the line. Yep. Oh, see, I'm not. Ooh, what happened? Oh, I did all the work. So 5, 9, 3, 4. Okay, that's what we were expecting. So if we say 256 this time, and let's do .NET run. See, it's still cranking on. It's that for loop. That for loop slows it down tremendously. It's running release mode, so it's a bit faster, a little bit more optimized. That optimization is what we're going for. It's still killing us on that for loop because that array has that many elements in it, and you have to iterate over that super quick. I wonder, is there a way to figure out? So when we get to the end here, we'll say, let's move this around a little. So we'll say the day. Fish to add plus new. No, I don't know why he's giving me all this crap at the end. Okay, plus new. So if we do that and say clear .NET release, ooh, it's expecting a what? Oh. That's how many new fish we're adding each iteration, because other lanternfish are expiring, and it's got to figure it out. Yeah. So I'm iterating through that list. Like, this is what's taking the time. That's a massive number of iterations to do. So day 223, if I just let it sit, it would eventually get where I expect it to be. And maybe for this video, that's what we do. And it's an exercise of you. Can you do this a little bit more efficiently with your memory? Out of memory. Now we have a problem. Okay. I could do this as a short, because it's only holding a number between 1 and 8. I don't think that's efficient. I don't think that's efficient at all. I don't think that's a solution, but so if I say short 8, yeah. So does that work better? Does it give more than 126 days if I do that, or 226 days? So this is kind of a problem, isn't it? So every time it's adding however many more, but that's based off the input, so there's no way to calculate, as far as I can tell, how many new fish would be created. You basically have to do it the hard way initially, and then, yeah, 221. Where did it die before? 226? I actually don't remember. Let me scroll up, see if it... Oh, no, I cleaned it. Yeah, it's going right out of memory again, I think. In a moment. So even reducing the footprint of... All right. Oh, we have a big task ahead of us. Out of memory. Yep. So same thing as before. Okay. Back to square one. This is a problem, right? So we can't do this. We can't do... We basically can't do an array. Even an array of integers. It's too much memory. I have to get a little bit more. This is a list. what I need to do is, was it a new span of short? Does it work like that? Span cannot. Oh yeah, so basically this is one big lambda, or one big async. All right, span's not going to do what I want it to do. Concurrent dictionary, it's not going to be what I want it to be. Yeah. So I need something that can handle. So theoretically, we're supporting a number. It's going to be a bigger number of that when I run the actual data input. I'm almost wondering, what if I use something like a string? Like, would a string do what I need to do? Or... So hear me out for a second. We have a string. We iterate over that string quickly, like really quickly. What's a better data structure than our list? List is short. They can basically manage entities, growing number of entities over time. And this is where I'm kind of running into a wall. All right. All right. What if? A list of bytes, and we turn. So for each. Convert L into byte. What if we work with raw bytes? All right, hold on. Let's put a return in there. Will this even compile if I do that? No, it won't, because it doesn't like all this stuff. So let's go ahead for just a moment. Let's comment all that crap out. Okay, so input is 3 fish is equal to 34312, and these are bytes, so they're smaller. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and undo. Let's undo our work here. So you got that return. Let's take out this lanternfish stuff because that's not necessary. Okay, let's still iterate over that list, right? So I can't decrement the byte value. I don't think that does what I expect it to do. So if I do the byte value, could bitwise shift it, right? I don't even remember how to do that. Yeah. This might be the wrong way to go. This is wrong documentation. Look at. I don't want to look at IBM documentation. Let's look at Microsoft reference. If I do a left shift or define okay. So yeah, that does the shift. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to do a shift. I also feel like, all right, so if it's equal to byte of -1, so that doesn't like that. Use unchecked the, so no. There we go. Ooh. Hold on. So that's L. So technically it should be int parse L to byte. It doesn't like that. String. Can I convert into system read-only span of char? That's not what I'm doing. Okay, so then we take as int, and this, maybe this is why it doesn't like it. Yeah, it's trying to take, so that's not working. Yeah, so that doesn't do what I expected to do at all. All right, so this is a bad way of moving. This isn't going to work. So let's run it just for fun. We know it's wrong, but let's go see like how wrong it is. Can I convert what to what? Oh yeah, so I'm trying to add that range. Basically byte 8. See, that's not going to work because I'm adding a string, and the string is different from the thing. All right, so byte parse 8. Yeah. Are you still upset at me? Are you still upset at me? Build. All right, let's set a breakpoint. Let's just run through this once. We'll see that obviously we have the wrong answer. Yep, it did not like that. Oh, hold on. Values too large, too small. Okay. All right. All right. This was the bad way to go. So, fish should be something. How do I want to do this? I almost want to create a bit, like I want a bid mask. Even that's too much. It's a lot of memory that we're having to deal with here to do this work. Okay, so all right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a break from this. I'm going to go clear my head and come back to it. So maybe we'll have a response a little bit later. But so for everyone, we'll just come back later. All right, everyone, I'm back, and I have a confession. I